So, hello viewers, a very warm welcome back to the class. This time, with the lecture solution for subject engineering mathematics. As you can see, so basically 9 questions came from engineering mathematics as it comes every year. 5 of 1 mark and 4 of 2 marks, total 13 marks. Difficulty level was easy to moderate. Moderate, I would say. Some questions are good, unexpected, and new concept and composition. So let's start with the very first question that came from the subject engineering mathematics in K220. Question number 11 in the master question paper, 1 mark MCQ type, which is as follows, as written on the board. Consider a set of S of points xy belongs to R, which minimize the variable function f of xy equal to x plus y minus 1 half plus x of plus y for the square. Which of one of the following statements is true about set S? Option A, the number of number of elements in the set is finite and more than one. Option B, the number of elements in the set is finite. Option C, the set S is empty. Option D, the number of elements in the set S is exactly 1. Okay, so if we consider the function and analyze it one by one, based on the options given, we can do it as follows. Let's move to solution to this question. There is simple there is a trick in solving this question. Function क्या दिया हुआ f of x plus y minus 1 plus x plus 1 y. X y belongs to both of these numbers. Right, both of these numbers. So let's consider as there is a sum of two square terms. तो square term ये minimum कब तक होगा? When we f of x will be minimum. So we find a minimum with respect to this function. This is a very simple trick. You can go through it by second order derivative method and all, but that is one length. इसके भी length हो जाएगा थोड़ा लंबा चल जाएगा. कोई जरूरत नहीं है. There is no need. Simple trick. As you can see, x plus y is equal to common in this. Right? So we can take x plus y into some other variable. Let's say x plus y. All the points lie on the straight line with x. So now if you convert this transformation let's note that we take as constant. X plus y over z ले लेंगे. f of z क्या हो जाएगा? Z minus 1 whole square plus z. If there is some other combination, then the second order derivative and first order derivative method would have to be applied. Lekin as the terms are like this, we can apply this trick. Now we can differentiate this expression f of z with respect to z, finding the minima. If the function of one variable will be z, so f times z what? 2z minus 1 plus 2z 4z minus 2. ठीक है? So for minima what we need? So solving this we get 4z equal to 2 or z equal to 2 by 4, that is half. And if I find so f dash z differentiate f dash z with respect to z, we get 4. And this is the minimize f dash z equal to f double dash z middle. So it satisfies f double dash is 4 and f dash solving f dash z equal to 0 we get 0 half. So we put this half over here. What we get? That's y equal to half. If we put x plus y equal to half, this expression will have its minimum value. Zero value function here to let it infinity. Let's put a time not required. No value is equal to half minus 1 square plus half square. So half minus half square is 1 by 4 and half square also 1 by 2. So this function, real function will be like this, minimum half and x plus y equal to half. Now what plus x plus y equal to half represent? So this is basically the statement. So how many points of x and y are possible on this statement? Infinite. X and y can have infinite values on this statement. Half, below, half. All infinite points statement. And for all the values, f of for x is equal to half. So according to the question is the so now we have the options. The appropriate option in this case will be which one? Number the state will be infinite as in infinite. So all the points lying in the statement x y x will be satisfying will be a part of the set. This is one out. Look at all the points in the straight line. That's wicked, which are infinite in number. So right option that is applicable in this case is option B. The number is the right answer for this question. The good question basically, though 1 mark, but conceptually it's good and a little bit tricky. Hope the solution is clear and comprehensible. I've explained all the detailed steps and the logic behind solving. Please comment or surprise, feel free to drop in the comments. That's all the solution is closing. Thank you. So, hello viewers, moving on to the next question. This is a bit question number 12, the master question date it's based on vectors basically. I mean the eigenvalues in vector matrices basically, eigenvectors of real symmetric matrix. So it is given in the question that let given between two eigenvectors of a plane to plane real symmetric matrix, which one of the following statements is true? So options are given LCD, V1 transpose V2 not equal to 0, V1 transpose V2 equal to 0, V1 plus V2 equal to 0, and V1 minus V2 equal to 0. You can solve it using the properties by eliminating them, but I will use some other method, unconventional method, because we can arrive at the answer quickly, as well as you don't have to remember the properties as well. So I will choose one real symmetric matrix such that the computation will become very easy. So let's do that. Let A be the vector. Now real symmetric matrix means the matrix will be symmetric, the elements will be symmetric. So one such example of real symmetric matrix 3 into 3 will be a diagonal matrix. Say distinct eigenvalues. You can choose an identity matrix as well, but it will have the same eigenvalue 1. So I am choosing the diagonal matrix with distinct eigenvalues 1 to 3, and all other elements are 0. Now we know for diagonal matrix the diagonal elements are only the eigenvalues. Right. So lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, 1. Not necessarily in order. So the eigenvalue is x equal to lambda. Right. So x by x be diagonal matrix 1, 2. So if you do a into x means what? 1, 0, 0, and 1, H1 is right. Now, to do lambda x for lambda 1 to 1, lambda 1 is what is it? 1, 1 into this. So, right, lambda 2 is lambda 1 to 1, lambda 2 is 2, lambda 2. Lambda 2 is 2 in place, 2 gets multiplied, which in a given. So, this is 2 is 1, 2 is 2, 2 only, lambda 3 is 2 is 3 is 3 is 1. Now, if you put ax equal to lambda x, so let's put lambda 1 first. So, for lambda 1 is 1. For lambda 1, get what? Is 1. Now, what happens is 2x, you can compare the limits and you magnify equal on both sides. 2x equal to x2, 3x3 equal to x3 means x3 equal to and x1 equal to something, x1 equal to so that corresponding angle is here. Similarly, if you take ax equal to lambda 2x, so x1, 2x2, 3x2 equal to 2x1, 2x2, 2x2. So x1 equal to x1, so x1 is 0. x3 equal to x2, so x3 equal to x1 equal to x2. And 2 equal to x2 means x2 can take any variable. Let's see, x2 equal to x1. The corresponding angle vector x equal to x1. 0, 3. Even if you go over the third one, you will get x3 as 0, 0. So 3 eigenvectors. टू ओनली रिक्वायर टू इन दिस क्वेश्चन में दो ही लेने का जरूरत है क्वेश्चन में दो ही पूछा गया ना टू आर्गुमेंट्स लेट्स टेक x1 x1 with v1 and let's say now we will take these properties one by one एक कोड चेक v1 ट्रांसफर v1 ट्रांसफर क्या होगा v2 ट्रांसफर what here goes and v2 is what so if we with the multiplication remember so k into 0 plus 0 plus 0 is it not equal to 0 no it is equal to 0 so it is equal to 0 yes similarly if we do d1 plus d2 k1 k2 k1 so if you do d1 plus d2 so k1 0 plus 0 k1 k2 k1 k2 this is not equal to 3 right 1 plus k2 not equal to 0 similarly k1 minus k2 is what k0 k1 0 minus 0 k2 0 this is what k1 minus k2 not equal to 0 k1 k2 को कोई रियल वैल्यू हो सकती है मिनी रियल वैल्यू इट्स नॉट this option is also wrong only right option is that is you have to people we have proved it by taking very simple example of diagonal matrix which is in fact chain to real symmetric matrix. You can also do the properties question याद रखना पड़ता है, so I am not that good at doing, so I prefer this method. Still I have explained all the steps. Shown in the details to do the answer. The policy, the treatment is to as we obtained is option B. Given transpose B2 is equal to 0. I have shown all the three steps and solution. Both the is clear, comprehensible. Still any doubts or queries in understanding, please let me know in the comments and I will get to answer. So this question, thank you. So hello viewers. Moving to the next question, this is about engineering mathematics. Next question is about 1 mark, question of 13, the master question paper of get to individual electrical engineering from the chapter linear equation. Solution with matrices and all. So it is given the question like A matrix 1 1 1 minus 2 0 1 minus 1 and given the matrix 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Two linear equations. A is equal to B has number A any solution, number B option B infinite many solutions, option C a finite number of solutions, and option D no solution. So let's write down the or we can also augment the this is the method of writing the operation. Now apply the operation that we add the row 2 with the row 1. What is it? Add one variables. Minus 1. Then do 3 now. So the rank of this matrix after performing the row operation becomes what? You observe carefully. Rank is of this linear equation system, an order of the linear equation system is P. As well, 3 questions. Right? 3 questions, 3 variables are there, but the rank is coming less than 0. And there is not 0. Then the augmented matrix is singular, that is it is determinant 0. You take the determinants one by one. So it has rank 2, which is less than the order. So in this case, we only get is the system of infinite many solution. This is one method of writing of question form. A is equal to b number, S is 1 1 1 2 1 1 x 1 is 2 so x 1 is very good. Stop all that. So we get 3 questions basically. What are they? Ready now. 1 with multiply now there will be questions. Now add over if you get multiple 1 with minus 1. You get if you observe carefully, then multiplication 1 with minus 1. Okay. This means what? A and 1 and equations 1 and 2 are not dependent. Either of the equations is dependent on the other. So equations 1 and 2 are dependent. Dependence. Dependent equations. While equation 3 is independent. For the system equations to have unique solution, there should be 3 independent linear equations. But here we have only 1 and 2 are dependent on one another, and 3 is an independent linear equation. Number of independent linear equation is 2. It is less than number of linear equations required to solve. to get the unique solution. And yeah, and as the also consistent, because if we take multiplication of minus 1, we are getting second. That is, they are not inconsistent. So if there is inconsistency, then there is no solution. But this number divided by equal to 3, question is less than the order of the system is 3. The right answer to this question is option B. I have explained it using two methods. One is the augmented vector traditional method, like which used to directly predict the number of solutions, and also using the equations by visualizing why the number of the system equation is infinitely simple and not unique or finite number of solutions or no solution. So I hope the solution is clear and comprehensible. If you still have any doubts or queries, please feel free to ask me comments. And that's all for solution is question. Thank you. Hello viewers, welcome back. Moving to the next question. This is the from subject engineering mathematics. This video will be covering solution to question number 14. One more MCQ play in the master in D20 phase and question 14 the master for subject engineering mathematics. So it is basically based on matrices again. Many questions to be matrices. One of them. It is given in the question number 14 the master question that let P equal to 2 1 0 minus 1 0 0 0 0 1 and let I be the identity matrix P square equal to and four options are given 2 minus I, P, I and P plus I. So let's move the solution to this question. It is given. So the characteristic values of the eigenvalues of this are given. P minus lambda is 0 so 2 1 0 minus 1 1 minus lambda I order 1 0 1 element minus lambda 1 0 minus 1 minus lambda 0 0 0 minus lambda. Now I will take the only element to get what? Minus lambda type minus lambda to minus lambda minus 1 we simplify the equation. हम सिंपल करते हैं इस इक्वेशन को तो हम मिलेगा लैम्डा टाइम लैम्डा स्क्वायर माइनस 2 लैम्डा प्लस 1 2 फाइनल लैम्डा इक्वल टू 0 ऑलरेडी और लैम्डा स्क्वायर 2 लैम्डा प्लस 1 now we can simply apply Hamilton's theorem lambda p and 1 I so here one option is equal to the vector P is null matrix, which is not matrix. Right? So P cannot be a null matrix. Another option of we replace the eigenvalues lambda with the matrix P and the constant 1 with the eigenvalue I is equal to P plus I equal to O. You are replacing O, the null matrix for the and we transpose we get one P square equal to we take that thing matrix equation 2P plus I into minus which made equal to is already given the options option A. So the remaining options are not detected. You simply obtain the equation, the eigenvalue equation, obtaining the expression, the equation for the eigenvalue, then applying Hamilton's theorem, replacing lambda by eigenvalue with the matrix P and the constant by the identity matrix. If you work equal to O null matrix, which is not possible. Another equation is what? P square minus P plus lambda square minus 2 lambda plus I, applying direct plus P square minus 2P plus I equal to 0. For transposing, you get P square equal to 2 minus I. Basically matches option A very clearly. And I think if you know the steps in the process in detail, please do any doubts or queries with simple question from matrices. Please feel free to ask me comments. And that's all for solution to this question. Thank you. So all of viewers, move to the next question. Discrete random variables and probability. So it is given in the question. It is a one-mark exercise. Master question to concept engineering mathematics. Question is given. Consider discrete random variable probability as follows. P of x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, 1 by 4. P of x equal to 1 and y equal to 0, 1 by 8. P of x equal to 0 and y equal to 1, 1 half. Sorry, P of x equal to 1 and y equal to 1, 1 again 1 by 8. It is given that x equal to 1. The expected value of y is also. Option is given A 1 by 2, B half, C 1 by 8 and D 1 by 8. Then know the solution equation. So if you basic properties of the design in discrete random variables, joint probability distribution, given like this. The expected value of y given x equal to 1, you have to put x equal to 1 and find the expectation of y and divide the total probability by the total probability of x being 1. So this will be summation y 0 y given x equal to 1 y the probability of the definition is applied. So for x equal to 1 we will go to 1 0 and for the probability 1 by 8 and also here for x equal to 1 y equal to 1. So 1 for the probability being 1 by 8 and the total probability of x equal to 1 the sum of probabilities that is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8. So this is 1 by 8, 1 by 8 1 by 8 gives 1 by 4, 1 by 8 by 1 by 4 gives 4 by 8. So the correct answer of the question is basically half. The expectation of y, expected value of y given that x equal to 1. What is the probability distribution here? The correct answer of the question is option B. So this is a little bit tricky in the sense that it is not generally asked this kind of question. Discrete random variables and probability distribution. So like the aspirants may not be familiar with concepts, this formula, but otherwise it's quite easy, quite simple, but straightforward. I have explained all the steps in solving and reaching an answer. This is option B. Hope the solution is clear and comprehensible. If you have doubts or queries, please feel free to ask me comments. And that's all the question. Thank you. Hello viewers. Moving on to the next question. This is a question of 2 marks MCQ type. In the question of 36 marks question from basically continuous random variables and probability density function, and is given as let x and y continuous random variables with probability density function px and further let y equal to x square and p of x equal to 1 0 1 for x belongs to 0 to 1 0 otherwise. So each of the following option is correct. P of y equal to 1 by 2 y equal to 1 otherwise 0. P of y equal to 1 y equals to 0 1 0 otherwise. P of y equal to 1 by 2 y equals to 0 1 0 otherwise. And P of y 2 y belongs to 0 1 0 otherwise. Basically 4 options are given for the probability density function of y. You have to choose one of them based on the probability density function of x. So now the solution बहुत ही आसान तरीका है सॉल्व करने का. You have to one different for this is a uniform probability distribution continuous random variable with uniform probability distribution. X is a continuous random variable in uniform Fourier distribution. So according to that, y equal to x square. So random value y equal to the square of random value capital X. So for different values of y, okay, right? We know if we integrate the probability density function from minus to infinity, we get what? No, unity 1. That is the probability is 1. So we are doing this is the probability that we get 0 to 1, we get 1. Now we do what? From this equation, right? dy equal to 2x dx. So dy x from here what? 2 to 5. We put this here. dy of y equal to 2x dx or dx equal to 1 by 2 square dy. So we can also write it here. Right. Now we are getting P of x is very different. In this case 1. So this is 1. 1 is equal to 1. Okay. Also, you get x when you write that for x equal to 0, y equal to 0. And for x equal to 1, also y equal to 1. So we get dx is equal to 1 by 2 square 0. 1. Now, the universe, like the range of y is also 0 to 1. As x is from 0 to 1, y is equal to table x square, the range of y is also from 0 to 1. So in this range, if we integrate the probability function of y, it should be also 1. What is the range of y in this case? Is 0 to 1. So one equation is this one from the definition, and another equation is this one from the transformation from x. So if we compare this equation, what we get? 1 compared to dy. This function is equal to this. All other things are same like in the equation. When comparing in paper, what is the function of y? Hey, what is the function of y? 1 by 2. Or y becomes 2. So what? Y becomes 0 to 1. And otherwise it will be 0. Because y equal to x square, as x is 0, otherwise y will be 2. So the correct answer that we obtain by following the process is y equal to 1 by 2 square, so y becomes 0 to 1 and 0. So that's the option A. So by the method of derivative transformation integration and the basic definition of Fourier density function, we obtain the correct answer to the question. Fourier density function of y is y becomes to 0 to 1, 0 otherwise. Okay, so it is clear and comprehensible. I have explained all the detailed steps. You explained us also well, especially in the comments. And I think I explained it in enough detail so to understand the process solving. A big technical question from continuous random variables are generally not asked this kind of question. So you have to apply your common knowledge of these things and solve. But still I have explained it in detail and I hope you have understood it. So that's all for this question. Thank you. So, hello viewers, moving to the next question, we see the solution for in mathematics. This solution is following a detailed solution question of 53. Result 2 marks. We have the diagonal derivative and rate of change of derivative function in x and y coordinates, Cartesian coordinates. There's not a solution person. The question is says that x y comes to remember there will become rate of change of function of the derivative function v of x y equal to x square plus x plus y square plus 1 at the origin, the direction of the point 1, 2 out of the nearest integer. Solve and find the answer to the nearest integer. There is not a solution. Draw the okay. Now let's write this function v of x y whenever we ask this rate of change of function, it always means you will find the gradient basically the function. Here is written the gradient of v equal character. Gradient there is gradient I the gradient will what I and j is limited on the y axis. We calculate this will get 2x plus 1 I plus 2y. Right? Set that at the origin of it. At the origin, let now in the direction of the point 1. So we have to write the vector OP. Vector OP means I get 1 minus 2 I get the 2 minus the vector origin of the good na I get the 2. The rate of change of real function b but the point origin direction of the point will be rate of change of function of 1. In the directional derivative at complete that point, there are the component direction. Rate of v from 0 to dot v. There is a one. Formula always scalar magnitude. If you calculate the formula I plus 2 dot I divided mod I plus 3. So I dot I is 1. 0 dot I 1 and it is 1 square plus what? 1 by root 5. 1 by root 5 is calculated is equal to 0.45. 0.45? 0.45 means what? Nearest your nearest आपका इंटीजर क्या होगा 0.45 आंसर हुआ 5.0 0.5 is equal to 0. If we round up 0.5 to the nearest integer, it will be basically 0, not 1. Right? Answer is 0.45, but ask to round to the nearest integer, so the answer will be basically 0. If you want to look at that is 0.45, rounded to the nearest integer, that is 0. So the correct answer for this question, meaning question is 0. And other, if you don't figure it 0, you will get 0. Otherwise. But still the range was given, I think, is 0 to 1. Someone still makes a mistake, will be forgiven and marks will be. So that's all for this question. Very simple, pretty simple. That's all for this. Thank you. Hello viewers, moving to the next question. Question number 54 in the master question paper. Okay, this is the from using mathematics. Question is given as consider coordinate equation property that is equal to x to b y property equal to r. X1 is equal to 1 and x2 is equal to 0. It is given that r is equal to 1 but x1 is equal to 0 and 0 is equal to 1 is manual x1. So let's solve this differential equation. So start with the equation. RT RT we can write in signal systems terms as one for greater zero otherwise. If we integrate it to be equal so for t greater than 0, to 0 plus 0 to t x to 0 क्या दिया हुआ 0 0 करके t into the unit step function unit division. Now we get x1 dot t equal to x1 t equal to 2x to t 2 0 order operator with t ut 2t ut or to negate x1 t ut integration of 0 to t to t dt right x1 integrate equal t square by 2 t square plus x1 of 0 here is 1 t square plus 1 x1 of t of this differential equation negative x1 of t equal to t square plus 1 now हमें इसमें क्या करना है इसमें वैल्यू करना है वैल्यू इक्वल टू 1 इक्वल टू conceptual answer x1 of equal to 1 this is numerical answer type we have to fit the correct answer which is the nearest integer given already the answer in integer पहले से integer है वही पुट कर देंगे तो आंसर सॉल्व the correct answer so by this is the solving differential equation I have obtained the answer to this question integer 2 okay solution is clear and comprehensive if you doubts or queries please ask me comments and that's it thank you hello viewers moving to the next question and the last one in this little bit question now transitive entity without complex integration and causing residual theorem. So the question goes like, let's keep here continuous clockwise oriented closed depending mod z equal to 1. Further, let's say f of z equal to jz equal to complex function here z equal to root minus 1. Then integration over the c f of z dz is equal to find the value to the nearest digit. So basically, you have to use causal residual theorem. There's no solution. We know the function is complex function. The component is this is the unit circle. So function here this and only now now we can see that this function has no singularities inside function. It is defined all over no singularities. No singularities. No singularities. But residual of is there equal zero. So there are no singularities of xz over this closed curve C defined not equal to 1. So by applying Cauchy's residual theorem, get what equation of closed xz over closed curve C 2 pi 3 residual of z. Because z has no singularity for closed curve of C not z equal to 1, the residual is 0, and so this equation is equal to what? 2 pi 3 is 0 is 0. Here, the solution answer this question will be very simply is 0. We have already finished पहले चीज लीजिएगा तो need not worry okay. That is basic question from post graduation most simplest question, most fundamental, very clear, straightforward. This copy execute zero and ready. Hope to apply, conceptual to apply. To obtain the correct answer is option C. Plus 0. Okay, the business clear. I've explained the concept. This basic simple concept, fundamental concept only in detail for clarification. I hope it's comprehensible and clear. If you have doubts or queries, please put your comments. And that's also solutions question. And also for this subject, engineering mathematics will consist of 9 questions, 13 marks, 5 1 mark, and 4 2 marks. Out of the 3 were NAT in 2 marks, 1 was MCQ, and out of 5, all 5 were MCQ in 1 mark. I have explained the solutions to all the questions in detail. Please go through them. If you have doubts or queries, you're welcome to ask some comments and I will be glad to answer. And that's all for this question. Also, subject engineering mathematics. Thank you.